Hey, I'm Lila Palmer, librettist at large, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that I'm getting a lot of emails and DMs about from singers: commissioning. Now, commissioning used to be something that only stars, big organizations, and wealthy people did. But as agency and entrepreneurship amongst singers and musicians has grown, they have started commissioning for themselves at every level, from simple songs to whole operas. Today, I'm going to respond to the 3 questions that singers most frequently ask me when they are starting to commission for the first time. So, number 1, singers say, I want to commission, but I have no idea where to start. This is the number 1 question I get. So commissioning can seem daunting when you have no idea what's involved in terms of time, resources, and budget. And the commissioning guides that are available are often kind of vague about what the price point is because it varies so much. So my first piece of advice is find a mentor in the industry who has experience in this area and get them to show you the ropes. It will save you so much time and stress to have a guide. Coffee is a powerful tool, so use it. When I'm commissioned by a singer, it's often not only the first time they're commissioning, but the first time they're producing work, which is a related and entirely separate skill. If you decide you want to project manage the delivery of the commission yourself, be prepared to develop a complete set of producer skills, from talking to lawyers about contracting to booking venues and rehearsal space for singers up to 24 months in advance. You may decide that you want an experienced freelance producer to help you, and there's no shade in that. Experienced producers on small indie projects often work like project managers to help you manage workflow and keep you accountable. Depending on how much you use them, costs will vary, but someone with experience of delivering best practice small projects can save you a lot of time, and the next time you do it, you probably won't need to use them. Now, there are a number of guidelines on how to commission online. For my money, the best one is by New Music USA, and it's called Meet the Composer: Commissioning Music, a Basic Guide, and you can find it in the comments below. Read up as much as possible, and then tap your contacts about current commissioning protocols and fees in the specific area you're wanting to commission in. For example, art form, because all the guidelines slightly vary and you want to seem in the know. Side note, there are wonderful communities for new music and commissioning on Facebook that you can join. Do read the conversations, ask questions, and make contacts. Also, bear in mind that it's a public space in which it's smart to appear professional and well-informed when you contribute to the conversation, even if you're in your pajamas. The second question singers often ask me is, I don't have any money. Can I still commission? Well, yes, but you have to be really savvy about it. And if you have no upfront funding at all, you must be flexible. If you don't have ready cash for a commission, please don't start by approaching a very famous composer-lyricist team that you have no connection with. Commissioning opera houses, symphonies, and concert halls think really carefully about their spaces and their existing programming when they're commissioning new work, and you need to do the same. Think hard about your context. For example, not just necessarily your dream vocal work that will show you off and make you a star, which would be great, but where you might perform it, historic anniversaries that are coming up, where and with whom you have professional relationships. Is there a charity that you already have a relationship with, or a 501c3 that you really like? Thinking about these relationships in advance will mean that you're more likely to get funding, an appropriate producing partner, and your work will have legs beyond your performance of it. So the third question I get asked is, how can I find the right composer? And this is really like asking, how can I find the right boyfriend or girlfriend? Put in the hours at home and everywhere you can meet emerging composers. It's entirely about your taste. We live in an age where almost every composer has a lot of work online. Use that resource. Go down the rabbit hole. As a singer, look for composers who write a style that you want to sing, because as the commissioner, your taste has power. There are as many types of compositional style as there are voices, so use the resources out there. Follow them on SoundCloud, listen to their podcast, show up to their events. Don't stalk them, but think about them As a holistic creative, you're not just looking for a composer, you're looking for a collaborator. So now we've covered the 3 most frequent questions, I'm going to add 3 suggestions that I hope you'll find useful. So number 1, remember that this is your passion project, but it's someone else's business and they're living, so don't ask them to work for free. Do offer the best you can financially and be upfront about what that is. Honesty and the respect of offering up what you have to another artist is really powerful. You're honoring them and yourself by investing in making a work together. Number 2, do put it in writing. Goodwill is great, but contracts are enforceable. So do not be tempted to skip this step ever, because it will cost you more money in the long run to do so. Number 3, remember the 3 P's of why people take on any project: passion, people, and payment. Try to offer all 3, but at least 1. Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed the content and want more of it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Librettist at Large, follow me on Instagram, and check out my website, lilapalmer.com. If there are topics you want me to cover, let me know.